Hi, I'm Jonathan Campbell, and I've always liked to build things. In 2004, I was paralyzed in a bike accident and am now a quadriplegic. Despite my limitations, I found new ways to build things, and so I'm making these videos to show others who may be injured that plenty of things are still possible.
So I think what I have to do here, I need to get this piece of foam out of here. Actually, you know what? I think the easiest way for me to do this is going to be to put it in vertically. The only problem with that is I think it might make drilling the hole for me more difficult since I can't put downward pressure on it. But I think it's going to work. Make sure it's on the camera there. Yep. But this will also make it easier for me to get this little piece of foam off of it. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm sure you can't really see what's going on there, but oh, here you go, it's coming off. So there we go. I got that piece of rubber off. I just need to plug the Dremel in. All right. Okay, so I got the Dremel here, and make sure this is tight. Okay. So the way I do the Dremel is the way I hold it. Is this, it's got this little loop right here, and I just put my thumb through that, and then it lets me kind of hold it safely and it won't come out. And then with the other hand, I'll switch it with my palm, and then I support it with my other hand when I'm drilling. So I don't need to go too fast. Alright, so I was just thinking about doing this hole off center, but then I just realized it needs to be perfectly centered. And this is going to be the problem I thought I was afraid I might have, is that, okay, it's gone. Ah. Oops. There we go. All right. So that ended up working. The drill bit got jammed up in there because I didn't tighten down on it enough. But it worked. We got a hole drilled through here, and on to the next thing. Okay, so now on to the tricky part, which is going to be soldering my contacts onto here, my wires. So I'm going to be using a red wire and a blue wire, or I need a red wire obviously for the so I know which one's the positive, and then I usually just choose a darker color. So let's see, I could probably get this one. I need to try and peel these off. All right, using my teeth. So I got a red one, and then let's see what I got. Alright, so I have a blue one and a red one, and what I need to do is cut off the ends off of each of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into my vise. Alright, so I've got the wire in there, and I'm going to just take my clippers here. I'm going to do two things while I've got this in here. Well, three things actually. I'm going to cut the tip off, like so, and then I'm going to strip the the top of this wire. The way I do that is I just kind of close in on it a little bit, then I just pry down against the vise, and there we go. So I think I need a little bit more wire exposed here though. Okay, that'll work. And so while I've got this in the vise, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some solder on the wire. So I'm going to grab my soldering iron here. What I've got is a 3D printed a special handle to go on the soldering iron that would keep it from sliding out. You know, that would keep it in my hand even though I can't get a good grip on it. And so I use this with hold it in my weaker hand, my right hand, which doesn't have as much function, and then with my left hand, where I've got some Tenodesis grasp, I'm going to use that to hold the solder. Part of that involves getting the solder off the table. Alright, so what I'm going to do, there we go. There we go. So I've got a nice bead of solder there, just right on the tip of the wire. Let me see if I can hold this up to the camera. So I've got that little bead of solder on there. So hopefully that'll be really easy to stick onto the battery contact. Alright, so now I'm just going to do the same thing with the red wire. Okay, so I now have both my wires done. Got a little bead of solder on the tip of each. So now I'm just going to run those through the cap here. Oh, I just dropped it. So this is where my dog's going to come into play. Alright, Sadie, you want to fetch that? Come on, fetch it. Lazy butt. Get that cap. Stretch. Come on, fetch it. Sadie, fetch it. Right there, good girl, let's see. Good girl, right here. Good, come on, right here, Sadie, fetch. Right there. Nope. You got it. Right. Nope. Right there. Nope. Right there. Good girl. There you go. Up. Drop it. Oh. Shoot. There we go. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl. Let me give you a treat for that. So, drop the cap, and luckily I have my dog to pick little things up for me off the, and I've got my dog her own little drawer that's got treats inside of it. Right, so there you go, good girl. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, so I was... Okay, so I'm going to try this again, only this time I've moved the vise in a little bit closer, further in on the desk. So hopefully if I drop something, it'll just land on the desk. So I'm going to just run this wire through there. Now that I've got that one in there, I can now like kind of close that on the vise, and or close the vise down on it. That'll make it easy to get the second one through. In theory. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we got the cap all the way down there. Got my wires with solder now are coming down the home stretch.
On the next, building with idle hands. I'm all finished, and now it's just time to plug it in and see if it... Sit, Sadie, sit. Good. Sit. Good girl.